Hello, this is Greg Hallberg reporting to you from beautiful Port Angeles, Washington, reflecting on my in-task portfolio. The artifacts that I chose fit the applicable standards, but also show a unified context in a scaffolded way, making the sum greater than the individual parts. For Standard 1, Learner Development, I included a preliminary goal sheet and readiness to train worksheet with a mood meter. I included these items because you have to know where you are and where you want to go before you can plan a trip. Standard 2, Learning Differences. This item is an anecdote about adapting a workout for a 100-pound male athlete, recognizing that pound for pound, he was one of the strongest kids in the class. My second item is assignment and student work on changing goals into actionable habits so that learners will be able to take ownership of their programs. Standard 3, Learning Environments. My artifact is an assignment on the importance of creating psychological safety in groups, connecting this strength conditioning class to teams they are on now, as well as the greater world and workplace of the future. Standard 4, Content Knowledge. For this standard, I included a series of very short lectures on the physiology of motor learning, showing why, what, and how you train changes your adaptations. Knowing the why is motivational. This lecture created a common language for cueing and talking about movements. Standard 5, Application of Content. For this standard, I included the worksheets that we used from when we were in session, which is how we used and tracked the content of the class. Standard 6, Assessment. My artifact is a lesson in which the students are filmed running and then using a 5-position model to peer evaluate their running technique. The assessor is then assessed themselves for providing honest and effective feedback in a psychologically safe manner. Standard 7, Planning for Instruction. We got plenty of practice planning during this time. I included plans that I made with one set of parameters around at-home schooling, old school Rocky Balboa style, and then once online was accepted by my school district, a high-tech app-based program that I've been working on for the past couple of years. Standard 8, Instructional Strategies. I used a deeper dive into psychological safety using a story about Kobe Bryant lambasting his teammates, juxtaposed against a story about Greg Popovich, the San Antonio Spurs coach, after a playoff loss. The assignment included a variety of media, from TED Talk to podcast to article, and the student work was written and turned in online. We talked about it in paired up groups while we were doing a walk and talk meeting, and then that led to a group discussion that we had while we were activating and releasing muscles in a stretching circle in preparation for the day's work. Standard 9, Professional Learning and Ethical Practice. I have been, for the past 2 months, attending an online live discussion for high school strength conditioning coaches with ways of dealing with COVID-19 and general concerns about the place for strength conditioning programs in schools. I also included an annotated bibliography. Standard 10, Leadership and Collaboration. I am working on developing community-wide structures that integrate PE, recess, youth sports, and family, and nature play with common connections through physical, mental, social, and spiritual health. Using these intact standards to refine and self-evaluate for continual improvement is something that I will continue to pursue. Thank you very much.